Are you guys ready for young Malaysian women? Well, let's dive into it, shall we? Hello there, all my friends. Are you men ready to discover the beauty of Asian women and the wonders that our world has to offer? If your answer is yes, then you've come to the right place. You see, my name is Sarah and I welcome you to join us here at Passport Journey. I retired in Malaysia and here's what I discovered. Now, in this episode, we will talk about my unforgettable 5 months experience here in Malaysia and what I have learned about beautiful Malaysian women. Let me tell you, my time there taught me a lot about relationships, and after observing the dynamics between men and women, I feel it's important to share some insights that might benefit you Western men, especially you guys who are seeking love and with Malaysian women. First, let's talk about the allure of Asian women, particularly in Malaysia. There's no denying that many men from Western countries are drawn to the femininity and traditional values that a lot of Asian women embody. Malaysian women, influenced by both their local culture and global trends, can be very family-oriented, nurturing, and supportive. They tend to prioritize their roles as wives and mothers, which aligns with many traditional views on relationships that have become less common in the West. It's important to understand that the way relationships work in Malaysia is often shaped by a mix of modernity and tradition. While in cities like Kuala Lumpur, you'll find modern, career-driven women, there's still a strong respect for cultural values and gender roles. Men should recognize that women in Malaysia may still expect a level of leadership and decisiveness from their partners, which is something Western men might find refreshing if they feel out of place with the shifting dynamics in their own countries. One key takeaway from my experience in Malaysia is that Malaysian women, like women in many Asian cultures, appreciate men who are respectful, decisive, and protective. They don't respond well to arrogance or a domineering attitude, but they do appreciate confidence. If you're the kind of man who embraces his masculinity without being overbearing, you'll likely find a lot of success in forming meaningful relationships. Another important aspect of relationships in Malaysia is family. Family is paramount in Malaysian culture, and women are often very close to their parents and siblings. This means that men who are serious about building a relationship need to be prepared to meet and win over the family. Respect for elders is deeply ingrained in Malaysian society, and this respect extends into how relationships are handled. A man who can charm a woman's parents and show that he values family as much as she does will certainly make a strong impression. Men who are interested in Malaysian women should also be prepared to embrace cultural differences with an open mind. Malaysian culture is a melting pot of Malay, Chinese, and Indian influences, and these diverse backgrounds shape a lot of social norms. For example, the way people communicate and express their emotions can be more subtle compared to Western cultures. Malaysian women, particularly those from more traditional backgrounds, may not be as direct or assertive when expressing their feelings, which means men need to pay attention to non-verbal cues and learn to be patient. I believe that men and women thrive when they embrace their natural roles. In Malaysia, I saw firsthand how traditional gender dynamics still hold strong. Men are expected to be providers and protectors, while women often take on nurturing roles. This is not to say that women in Malaysia are oppressed or submissive, far from it. They are strong and capable, but they often prefer to complement a man's strength rather than compete with it. For men who are willing to embrace these dynamics, there's a lot of potential for fulfilling relationships with Malaysian women. However, it's crucial to avoid the mistake of assuming that every Asian woman fits a certain look. Just as in any country, women in Malaysia vary widely in their personalities, values, and life goals. Some may prioritize their careers and independence, while others may focus more on family and traditional roles. The key is to approach each individual with respect and a genuine interest in understanding her unique perspective. I also know you Western guys have more experience with women like this. One of the biggest advantages of dating in Malaysia is the strong sense of femininity that many women possess. Western cultures have seen a significant shift in gender roles, with many women becoming more career-focused and independent, sometimes at the expense of traditional feminine qualities. In Malaysia, femininity is still celebrated, and women often take pride in their appearance, their nurturing qualities, and their roles in the family. For men who appreciate a more traditional dynamic, this can be very appealing. That said, Men who are looking for relationships with Malaysian women need to be mindful of the expectations placed on them as well. While it's true that many women in Malaysia value traditional gender roles, they also expect men to step up and fulfill their responsibilities. A man who is lazy, unambitious, or unwilling to commit will not fare well, no matter how charming he may be at first. Women here value security, stability, and a man who knows how to take care of his family. One challenge that men may face when dating in Malaysia is navigating the country's diverse cultural and religious landscape. Malaysia is predominantly Muslim, and Islamic values play a significant role in shaping societal norms, particularly in relationships and marriage. Men who are serious about pursuing a relationship with a Muslim woman should be prepared to respect her faith and understand the importance of religion in her life. This might include being open to learning about Islamic practices and being mindful of the cultural sensitivities that come with it. On the other hand, there are also many Chinese and Indian communities in Malaysia, each with its own unique approach to relationships. Chinese families, for instance, often have strong business-minded values and place a high importance on education and career success. Indian families, particularly those from Hindu backgrounds, may place significant value on tradition and religion as well. Understanding these cultural differences is key to building a successful relationship. During my time in Malaysia, I also noticed that Western men often find it easier to date younger women, especially in more traditional communities. Age gaps are more accepted here, particularly if the man is financially stable and can provide security. However, this doesn't mean that women are looking to be rescued. Malaysian women, like any other, want love, respect, and a partnership where both parties bring value to the relationship. It's also worth mentioning that long-term commitment is highly valued in Malaysian culture. Casual dating or short-term flings may not be as common or socially accepted, especially in more conservative circles. If you're serious about finding love in Malaysia, be prepared for the possibility of commitment early on. Many women are not interested in wasting time on casual relationships, especially once they reach a certain age where marriage and family become a priority. Men should also be aware that Malaysian women may be more modest compared to their Western counterparts. Public displays of affection are not as common, and women may prefer to keep things private when it comes to their romantic relationships. This is especially true in more traditional or religious communities. It's important to respect these boundaries and understand that a woman's modesty is often a reflection of her values, not a lack of interest or affection. Another key aspect to consider is communication. While English is widely spoken in Malaysia, especially in urban areas, language barriers can still exist, particularly if you're dating someone from a more rural background. Being patient and open to learning a bit of the local language can go a long way in showing that you respect her culture and are serious about the relationship. As a woman observing these dynamics, I believe that men who focus on self-improvement, understanding gender roles, and being clear about what they want will find a lot of success in Malaysia. Women here tend to appreciate men who are confident, responsible, and willing to take the lead in a relationship, while still respecting their partner's autonomy and individuality. If you are new here, you enjoy my content, and I've given you some value. All I ask is please give me a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel for our newest videos. And as always, thank you so much for watching, guys. Until next time, this is Sarah from Passport Journey saying I wish you happy trails, safe travels, and good luck finding your young Asian woman when you retire in Malaysia.